Hello, hi, my name is Samuel Izerza for the SE channel. Thank you for tuning in, subscribe, and share, and share, and share as much as you can. Please take your vitamin C, vitamin D, and your zinc tablets, especially these days, what's going on. Yeah, I take tonic water. It's got quinine. So, okay, you got to hear the speech here a little bit. I'll put a little, what we call like a link so you guys can hear the whole thing, because we're not hearing much about Pompeo. We're not hearing much about what's going on around the world. Especially with the misinformation media is dumbing us down, and China Tube and Twitter and all is censoring everybody. I always said, this is not. Look, we all know that you can have your socialist view. Okay, Marxist is a little extreme. You know, we all know this is it's not really about the Democrats, Republicans. Um, Although the Democrats are uh, in the front seat of all this, but we have to say that this fight is really about good and evil. This is all about good and evil. This is about denying God, denying the existence of God, the denying the of the Bible, the Torah, any type of existence. This is the future, and unfortunately, the extreme left or the socialist left has taken over the Democratic Party, which is the Marxist left, um, and people and a lot of Democrats are falling for this. There's been a lot of Democrats who changed votes, and you're telling me I just did a video that 80 million people voted for Biden. I don't believe it at all. Sorry, man. Statistically, was impossible. What I've been reading. 80 million people, impossible. With 30, 40 cars coming. The guy was in the basement all the time. So many people were actually voting for Donald Trump. Now, I'm not going to go into the details, but I want you to hear Pompeo here talk about China and the warnings of what's going on. I mean, for copyright reasons and all, I can't show you the whole thing, but just for you just to get the gist of what's really going on, who's behind probably what's going on in the United States, the ties, Biden ties with China and all. It's not Russia, it's China. China. I always said China. I said it from the beginning. China was, in my point of view, my humble opinion. Because we don't want China to censor the video, obviously. By my humble opinion, they're our biggest enemy. They're just doing everything possible to destroy the United States, whether it be stealing technology, etc., etc., etc. I mean, he can say better than I can. I mean, he's a great speaker. The guy's a genius. Definitely, Donald Trump picked the right person. But we're going to hear a little bit why China is to be feared, and why so many people, especially the Democratic Party, don't understand. Although they're supposed to be the most educated, are clueless, literally clueless, what's coming to the United States. If if I said a big if Biden gets in. Remember, he's not president of the United States till January 20th, until he's sworn in. And if you believe in miracles like I do, we're Jewish, and we believe in Hanukkah. The Maccabees took on the big Syrian forces and all, like a little group, and won. So you just never know. This is a fight between good and evil, and that's why you have to pray hard for these Democrats. Because some of them are very naive, just extremely naive. I'm not talking about the Republicans or conservatives. We understand what's going on. But the Democrats just have to pray very hard for them. Really pray very hard, because they're clueless. And this is the fight between good and evil. This is it. Okay, so let's just hear a little bit about Pompeo. Um, hold on a minute. He's very smart man. I like this guy a lot. And this is what I'm going to start doing in the new year. Giving more speeches and all. Focus on the Secretary of State, which we're going to have to, and what else is going on. So here we go. By the way, Donald Trump, Super Trump. That's not Tesla, by the way. That's Super Trump there. Okay, here we go.
Economic and political freedom, and it would present less risk to freedom around the world. But instead, that's not what we got. Instead, the Chinese communists used the wealth that was created by this to tighten their grip on power over the Chinese people, and to build a high-tech, repressive state like the world has never seen. General Secretary Xi Jinping has made clear his intentions. You only have to listen to what he says. He says he wants total control at home and to make China the #1 power abroad. And he's well on his way to working on that project. He's building up the People's Liberation Army. He's manipulating international organizations for Beijing's benefit. And he's engaging, as we have seen in TV only just these last 2 days, he's engaging in a vast influence campaign all across the world. And that may, for some of you sitting at home today, seem like a long ways away and very ambitious touch for Xi Jinping to make. But I must say, he has his eye on each and every one of us. Over the past year, I've talked to America's governors in Washington about this, state legislators in Wisconsin, tech leaders in Silicon Valley, many other groups. I've gone out to talk to them about this challenge. And today, I want to talk about what's happening in schools across America, especially research institutions in places like where I'm standing today. Just think about it. Chinese Communist Party scientists aren't pioneering cancer cures. We are. And it's not North Korean biochemists that are producing safe COVID vaccines. We are. And Iranians aren't ahead in supercomputing. No, in fact, we are. It is the free world and free peoples that produce these superior results. And we should be very proud of that fact. But we have an obligation to protect it, to preserve it, to make sure that that's the case 10 and 50 and 100 years from now. Because on places like this campus, scientists have pioneered quantum computing, artificial intelligence, pediatric technology, even autonomous robots that can function without human control. And I must say, that frightens me just a bit.
It frightened me too, by the way. Secretary of State Pompeo, a very learned, very smart, intelligent, and loyal friend to Donald Trump. Anyways, my name is Samuel Izurza for the SE channel. This is a dire warning to all of us, America, about Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party, of the Chinese people. They're good people. This is the Chinese Communist Party and the future. And this is all about fighting by good and evil. Okay? That's why we have to pray very hard, very, very hard, especially in this Hanukkah day. In the Hanukkah, the darkest time, bring in the light, so they can see what's going on. Because basically, the bottom line, they just want to erase God from everything. It's the Ten Commandments: thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not believe in one God. This is it. And they want to replace it with the old ministry of love, the ministry of this, and the ministry of that. 1984, George Orwell's. Okay, take care. God bless. I'll put a link there. I know it's Fox News, but I want you guys to listen to this. It's unbelievable what's going on. People are just sleeping. And please share this video. Take care. God bless.